WrestleMania 41 is set to be one of WWE's biggest and most spectacular events ever. But with all the excitement surrounding this year's installment, it's easy to forget that the road to WrestleMania has been a long and winding one. In fact, some would say it's been one of the most unpredictable roads to WrestleMania in recent memory. But now that we're here, what are some of the best moments from the road to WrestleMania? Here are 5 of the best moments from the road to WrestleMania 41. The Usos have had an incredible run as WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, but their reign came to an end at the Royal Rumble when they lost the titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. It was a surprising result, but one that made a lot of sense given that the Usos were already being overshadowed by the Bloodline storyline. At the time, it seemed like the Usos were doomed to spend the rest of their careers in Jey Uso's shadow. However, at Fastlane, the Usos got their revenge on Sami and KO and reclaimed the tag team titles. This was a huge moment for the Usos because it showed that they didn't need the Bloodline to succeed. They could make it on their own. It also showed that WWE is finally starting to focus on the tag team division again, which is something that fans have been wanting for years. The Usos have since dropped the titles back to Sami and KO, but their victory at Fastlane was still a huge moment for the company. Bianca Belair won the 2023 Royal Rumble match and went on to challenge Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. The two women put on an amazing match, but in the end, it was Belair who came out on top. This was a huge moment for Belair because it made her the first woman to win both the Royal Rumble and the SmackDown Women's Championship. It was also a big moment for representation as Belair is one of the few black women in WWE history to hold a major championship. After the match, Belair celebrated with her husband and fellow WWE superstar Montez Ford. The two are one of the most power couples in WWE, and their relationship has been a source of inspiration for many fans. Belair has said that she and Ford motivate each other to be better athletes, and they're always there to support each other through the ups and downs of professional wrestling. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns has had a historic reign as champion, but his time at the top may be coming to an end. That's because he'll be defending his titles against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Rhodes is one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE today, and he has the momentum on his side after defeating the likes of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman in recent weeks. If Rhodes can defeat Reigns at WrestleMania, it would be one of the biggest upsets in WWE history. And while it's unlikely, it's not impossible. After all, Rhodes has been training for this moment his entire life. He's the son of the late WWE legend Dusty Rhodes, and he's been competing in WWE since 2012. Rhodes has also had a number of high-profile feuds over the years, including with the likes of Rollins, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. He's more than capable of hanging with the best of WWE, and he's shown that he has what it takes to be a main eventer. Plus, Rhodes has the backing of the WWE Universe behind him. The crowd loves him, and they want him to succeed. If anyone can dethrone Roman Reigns, it's Cody Rhodes. It seems like every year at WrestleMania, there's always one match that no one sees coming, and this year will be no different. That's because Logan Paul will be taking on Seth Rollins in a highly anticipated match. Now, if you're thinking, wait a minute, Logan Paul is a YouTuber, what is he doing in a WWE ring? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, many people were scratching their heads when this match was first announced. After all, Paul is not a wrestler, and he's only competed in one match before, which ended in controversy. However, WWE is clearly confident in Paul's ability to deliver, and they've given him a big platform to showcase his skills. Paul has been featured prominently on Raw in recent weeks, and he's even had a number of high-profile confrontations with the likes of Rollins and Becky Lynch. Paul is clearly not afraid of anyone, and he's more than willing to mix it up with the best of WWE. So don't be surprised if he pulls off an upset victory over Rollins at WrestleMania. The build-up to Edge's match against Finn Balor at WrestleMania was unlike any we've ever seen before. That's because Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, was forced to team up with Balor's girlfriend, Rhea Ripley, in a mixed tag team match against Balor and Phoenix. Now, if you're confused, that's understandable. But trust me, it's going to make sense in just a second. See, the story here is that Baylor and Ripley are trying to prevent Edge and Phoenix from having a romantic wedding night on the same night as WrestleMania. And they're doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. In fact, they even went as far as kidnapping Phoenix in a steel cage. Talk about extreme measures, but here's where things get really interesting. During the mixed tag team match, Ripley turned on Baylor and helped Edge and Phoenix win the match. This meant that Baylor was left to fend for himself against Edge, and let's just say it didn't end well for him. Edge and Phoenix were then left alone to enjoy their special night without any interference from Baylor or Ripley. After months of speculation, it was finally confirmed at the Royal Rumble that the legendary John Cena would be returning to WWE to face off against Austin Theory. While many expected Cena to make quick work of Theory, that was far from the case. In fact, Theory managed to keep up with Cena for much of the match, but ultimately he was no match for the 16-time world champion. Despite the loss, Theory has nothing to be ashamed of. He put on a valiant effort and showed that he belongs in the main event scene. Cena, on the other hand, looked like a man on a mission as he made quick work of Theory and picked up the victory. After the match, Cena stood tall in the ring and addressed his critics who had been booing him relentlessly throughout the night. He reminded them of all his accomplishments and told them that he still has what it takes to be the best. It remains to be seen what the future holds for Cena. But one thing is for sure, he's still one of the biggest stars in WWE. WrestleMania is shaping up to be one of the most exciting events in WWE history. With so much talent on display, it's sure to be a night that no one will forget. Don't miss out on the action. Who do you think will walk away with the championship? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.